Hey, what's up, everyone? Frank Valkyria for friends, Chip Gandalf. Here we are. Let's go straight into a review reaction. Review. This is more of a review, and we're gonna skip. Still pink. I don't know how to wash this off. It's gonna stay there for as long. It's gonna grow and whatever. Let's go together. And here we have Dimash, Your Love. This time we're gonna go into details. Very, very profound details. Huh? Incredible details. Too many. Orchestra. Before he starts to sing, always this beautiful opening with the orchestra and the violin and the piano, the first notes. Here we go. A little pause. Dimash, the stage is yours. Wind, it's necessary. Wind, it's very necessary, huh? It really dramatizes this whole thing, like wind, wind, wind.
You know, I still remember us, were the times where we won, when we were.
Well, like I said many times before, I really like Dimash talking more, just singing in his lower range, also because it shows also, in my opinion, the more emotional aspect of his range. Let's go.
Nothing was dangerous. We had the strength to live our streams, to feed our souls. Now what is left of all this love?
Super nice. Also the way it went up from really low and then going already like a little bit in the more whispering mixed voice. It seems like it was because he went like no 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 no. Well, it was probably a tone. I did a different scale because I didn't remember, but you see it's really like really soft, really a little bit more in the front, the wonderful control.
What can I do to love again? I can so fly.
Beautiful orchestra, like let's stop, copyright, stop, come on, work with me here, work with me. Beautiful the way he goes up, already here you can tell because he does, even here he knows how to make interesting calisthenics, so to speak, because he goes like, already, so he's doing a nice scale from lower, it sounds like almost, probably more baritone, I think, to like mixed voice. And stays, with the same volume, more or less, very controlled, very nice.
Where do you live?
Here we go.
What do you do at night?
A little bit more chest.
Do you still care? Do you still share memories? And when I sing, do you still hear my voice?
There's also a choir in the back where he said, "Do you hear my voice?" on top of his own, which I guess either it's live or maybe it could also be play in playback. So you see he went like so he went like directly into his mixed voice, and then he opened up the chest in a more like operatic style. So there's a lot of there are a lot of transition for the, like the majority of singers, of course, can do when they're well trained, but he does it with such a ease, like he went through more like mixed voice, then down more into chest with the bigger resonance of a opera singer, so to speak, just like ta 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 ta, and that really shows how much training this guy has. Really, I mean, this guy. He's probably been training for 15 years or something. This type of stuff. because it's a second nature for him. See, this is also this. I think this belting, it's also a little bit mixed voice because you go ba, ba, da, ba, 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 da, da. Like, and he opens up and he gives more chest, like in a little bit more mixed voice. Wow, the power, man. See, and he went like a little bit higher, like ba, ba, and he goes down. There it was much more falsetto, and he does it just like, you know, a walk in the park. This is the beauty about this guy. Really, he knows how to do this calisthenic, like just boom, 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 all day. Wow. Wow. Ba, ba, da, la, ba, ba, da, la, la, da, da. Wow. I mean, I always say this. He probably would be. I don't always connect with this style of music, and I tell you why. Simply because it's very aesthetic. It's very aesthetic. So it focuses a lot, also, of course, on what he can do with the voice, and so there is a lot of decoration. You know, there's a lot of adorning, like a cake, so to speak. You know, but. So therefore, that, in my opinion, goes a little bit against the emotionality of the interpretation because, you know, like you see, there's a lot of belting, a lot of high notes on one word or one letter, you know, for like on and on and on. So there is not a lot of storytelling in the song itself. So in that respect, you know, if you like more like songs which they have more powerful lyrics, perhaps this is not specifically the place to look. But again, this is his style. It's all good. It's an extremely incredible artist that we have nowadays that we can witness. But I always say this, Dimash will probably be my favorite rock singer. Like, I wish he would just do rock because I think he would just be freaking crazy, this guy doing rock or metal. That's my bias, but you know. How beautiful it goes into those beautiful falsetto with a little bit like a strati type of thing, and it just goes from that kind of mixed belting to this beautiful falsetto with the I mean, it's undeniable that it's incredibly satisfying to see somebody that is so versed with his instrument, you know, of a song like that. Goes always from the bottom to up, and so he paints the whole scale, you know, like all the way from the bottom up. And you see, we repeat again the same part as before in the chorus. It's crazy how he goes like with this beautiful like belting. I guess it's a little bit mixed voice here, you know, we're in this tenor range, and then it gives this other extra boost going into the falsetto. It's just crazy. Did you just realize that? Just like jumping around and staying in that note. Oh my God. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. I think yeah, there are guys which can do this. There is I think where's the guy from Diamond? Black. Where is the metal band? It's like also actually an old guy. I think he's in his 60s, which is a metal singer. he also manages to do those incredibly high notes in falsetto. And of course, Judas Priest manages to do this type of things. If you hear like Painkiller, then you realize what I'm talking about. I wonder how many of you know Judas Priest and Rob Alford, if you knew about this singer. If you do, leave a comment below. I mean, the fact that also he's maturing in being such a great showman, you know, like he's also doing the theatric, a little bit like the opera, you know, so he's not only doing all those calisthenics with such a ease and professionality and control, because it really shows like year after year how like more comfortable he feels in doing all of this live, you know, which is, yeah. I'll never get tired of this. It's incredibly remarkable that you have a guy that is singing live with an orchestra and is doing all of this. Yeah, it's easy to get used to it because he knows how to do it. But then if you step back for a moment and you realize actually what he's doing live, then you're like, you go like, wow, this guy is really like an entertainer. Even the pianist is like, oh man, that's probably the best thing I've done, investing in this kid, my effort and energy. It's probably the best thing I've ever done. And I agree. I completely agree. Oh, come on. That was like whatever crescendo goes into a note like that with that sustain for 3 times going higher, if I'm not mistaken. It's just crazy. I really would love to have, you know, a chance in my life to see him play live. I really have to be honest. As a singer, as an artist myself, I always get inspired by the abilities of other people to bring to such a level their craft. So in that respect, it's always a time of awe and admiration. And again, I have my personal bias. I would love to see him more into maybe sing-songwriting or like folk or rock, you know, because I think it would just be freaking awesome at it, you know. Yeah, the audience, it's more like, I know it's also cultural, not to be, you know, like too much maybe reacting, but I'm sure also Dimash, if he gets to do more concert in the West, in Europe, in the US, I think the audience would just go nuts, will really go nuts over him. So also doing a little bit maybe more, we'll see. I remember there was a song, I don't remember if I have a video already. I remember there was a song that reminded me a little bit of some songs of Michael Jackson inspired, so to speak. I think that's also an interesting move to bring a little bit more attention in English, you know, to his abilities and his talent. But for sure, it's gonna continue. This is gonna continue. So we're gonna follow Dimash. And thank you so much, guys, for also staying with me. We went through a little bit more of review than a reaction. And we are doing this to be sure, yes, deserving the flower. We're doing this to make sure that the videos, they stay up and they don't get like blocked or anything like that. So yeah, expect more of it. Always spread love. I'll see you later on another video. Ciao.